I
Are we
see
all
why you
Alright.
can't get rid of
I
gear
am
trucks.
I am no intelligent person, but I think we're streaming.
I'm not a moderator.
Alright. I'm gonna check my phone real quick to
Shut
make
up,
sure
I'm
we're all
muted.
up, all good.
Interesting.
So yeah, let's see. The only team I could see giving up a car is probably LFR because Jordan Fixon. I mean, Jordan Fixon, he's just been sitting there the whole for the last couple seasons. He's on a temporary contract, so
Yeah.
I mean, I see him retiring, but he's
What?
the owner of that team.
The soonest contract negotiations open back up, I'm mentally signing Gosland.
Race 10, this one, that's when I'm gonna start. Well, I've already talked to a couple drivers. I'm trying to sign a big free agent and then trade for a car. That's kind of the goal right now. That's kind of the move. Because now
Check,
there's
check, one,
overalls, you
two.
see. So 1-2-1-2. You see now there's overalls, so you know the vibes. Like teams are gonna want those good
Alright, I'm a little
drivers.
bit too loud. I need to turn my crap down a little bit.
I'm keeping Drake and Zach as long as I can.
Alright, there we go. Maybe that.
Wait, who do I have again?
You have the 42.
You don't even know what drivers you have.
You own Golarud. You Golarud in the 03.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was about to say, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been trying
Test.
to watch the races, but I just haven't had time to.
Yeah, the stream's up.
Who is the owner of the one?
The owner of the
Which
one is
series?
Connor DaCosta. The guy is retiring. So
Out of my team.
Check.
alright.
Because I'm gonna try to get that one charter or a charter.
DaCosta could shut down his team, I feel.
Alright, I turned
Oh, yeah.
myself down, so we should all be about the same volume. So we're ready to go whenever. I'm ready whenever all of you guys are. We actually have a lot of people.
Alright, let's boot it up.
No.
Alright, I'll start it in. Let me cue the intro. Oh god, now I'm insecure. Alright, welcome to the one viewer we have right now watching the stream.
That would be me. I was checking my mic.
That would be me too. I'm here just sitting on the stream. On the podcast, we're gonna start off with the truck series, and then up to the Xfinity series, or Advanced Auto Parts series, and then the Cup series, of course. First off, we got at Pocono. We had a last lap pass to secure the win for Brad Stover. He got his first career win this week, the previous weekend on a last lap pass with Evan Addison's dangerous strategy to go. What was it? To 4 to go, and then pit for no tires for Lightning McQueen, and he ended up losing the race in turn 2.
People are shipping after racing.
I mean, when you think about it, this is a big win for Stover all around. I don't know if this really means anything. I haven't really seen the results. Darren, I don't know if you know the results. Do you know how Stover's been performing this season?
I don't I think I'm pretty sure he's been doing pretty well, because I think one race I actually recorded, but then I think there was something wrong, and I think I had to.
I could whoop them up right now to show these guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, one of the races though, I think for Daytona, other than the one that was obviously recorded, and that one did not go. I mean, congrats to Tyler Commander, but man, I don't know what happened with the AI there.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, that was.
They just kind of were just like, nah, we ain't gonna go.
To the 1.5 people that are watching the stream, here is the standings.
Colin Teague's really impressed.
He's leading the standings.
Can we can we not talk about Colin Teague until we have a transition into Xfinity, because the big boy news.
Well, he is the point leader in trucks.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that. I was
Oh
only
yeah,
looking
he
at my
drives
name.
in the Xfinity series. I forgot about that. Okay.
Well, he will be. But let's not spoil it for these guys, Brian.
I'm waiting for someone.
No, you guys didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything.
How they're classified information. You tell somebody, we kill you.
I like how, funny enough, too, Colin Teague didn't even have a scheme for most of the races. Actually, for all the races, but I do have a scheme for him now, so we're good.
So, Ethan Fifield caught in others wrecks 2 races in a row. Could we start calling him Brandon Beal? Griffin's gonna kill me
man.
for this one.
What the
No,
fuck?
I don't think so, personally.
I honestly, I don't know what his luck is. Man, it's just not been going so hot for that team.
You can call him
It hasn't
Jimmy.
been going so hot for Lynn Scarborough to begin with. I mean, hey.
Wrong series.
We could use this as a
Oh,
transition. I mean, even one of his drivers are retiring over it. Jeez.
Well, let's reveal the. Let's just finish up the truck series real quick. So speaking of the other truck series races, we had in the Atlanta race, we had Brands. He ended up in a fuel mileage race, and he was able to save barely enough gas with I believe 2 other trucks, and he ended up with the victory at Atlanta. In the Atlanta race, there was a pretty terrible crash with the car. I believe there was a truck flipping. What I heard.
Yeah,
Don't overreact
that-
because that happens every race in the Xfinity series.
I announced CM DeCosta thing because I'm a team owner.
When I was in,
I could care
when I
less.
was
Go
in
ahead.
When I was in,
Wait,
hang
we're
on,
not even
wait,
done
hang
with
on. Yeah,
trucks yet.
let's let have Skylar have his
They got
opinion
the-
here.
when I was watching the Xfinity series, someone always flipped every race from what I've seen.
Yeah, if you've seen one person flip a race in in the Advanced Auto Parts series, you'd be a little bit disappointed because we're used to usually 4 to 5 cars flipping every race.
How many cars flipped at Phoenix?
I forget. I think it's
I
3
again,
or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with everyone who's watching this and everyone in here. I again haven't been able to watch time, but I know ISM the 2019 track in that
Is
game
absolutely
with the-
great.
it's an absolute wreck fest. If you had the right settings on it.
And that's why I think we have it. I forget. I think we have it. What is it? Second to last race of the season, Advance Auto. I completely forget.
I know how to set that track where it's pretty good racing. But what's the schedule? I know I have.
It's the APS. All hell's supposed to break loose.
Do I only have Phoenix on the schedule once? Wow, I only do. Well, I don't know if that'll change. I'll just pray that, like, say one of my tracks stop loading or something.
Oh yeah. Does
Alright.
anybody
Tyler's
else
already
have
published
a
out,
problem?
so.
When you're in our track, it's just like, nah, I can't load it, canceling the weekend.
It's
All right, so
anybody
let's
else do that?
transition.
Okay, I can make the
Alright.
announcement now. So, big news out of the Lynn Scarborough camp in APS. So, Connor DeCosta is retiring. And
No, they executed. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Yes, he was executed.
No.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Moving on.
Okay.
Anyway, continuing what Griffin was
Okay.
trying to say, DaCosta ended up announcing his retirement this season. He's going to be gone from NORA for a while, as he still owns Chip Ganassi. Obviously, DaCosta has not met any expectations as we is expected for him in the Advanced Auto Parts series. He's kind of been Yuki. Either way, any other news that came out, I believe Colin Teague is going to be moved up to the Xfinity Series. So he's going to be now driving trucks full time and the Xfinity Series full time. Pretty big move for LSM as a whole.
Both competing for a championship as well. And while Colin Teague didn't perform the best last season, but it was enough to get into the playoffs. But him making the move down to trucks and now he's dominating. This could potentially be a sign for our first ever driver to win 2 championships in the same season. And I want to make a comment on Connor DaCosta getting retiring.
I didn't kill him.
I honestly think it was just because he's been scared ever since he got crapped on by Josh Crash last season. He was nervous to have the same thing happen again. Of course, ever since Brandon Beal wrecked him at Nashville, and he's been getting caught up in
Oh my
everybody
God.
else's crap, mainly caused by his teammate. But
Well, it wasn't his fault at Nashville.
oh yeah, I forgot. Brandon Beal didn't wreck him at Nashville. DaCosta, Well, didn't
Really?
DaCosta
I
force a
thought-
4 wide off a 4 or something? I forget. It was
I don't remember. I
no, that
remember
was Beal
DaCosta
who did that at
venturing in
North
to steal
Wilkesboro and ended up killing himself. But
The
we're not
thing
gonna
with
talk
Might have
about
been
that.
DaCosta,
Wilkesboro.
the thing with DaCosta is he's kind of killed his value as a driver at this point in his career because when you drop down to a lower series and struggle in the first 4 races after having all those cup offers, declining all of them, going to the advanced auto park series and just struggling, it kind of just kills your value as a driver. So even if he did move on and didn't retire, I honestly didn't even see him having a ride next season at all in NORA
Yeah.
because he has just fallen off ever since that one season in Cup where I believe he got that first win, made the playoffs around the 12. Ever since that season, he has really struggled off.
I will
They
be
offered him
honest.
daddy money, so doesn't really help it.
I will okay. I will be honest with you though. If Griffin were to like crap on him like Josh shit on him last season, I would have picked him up for next season, kept him there until he felt comfortable going back to up to Cup or whatever. I would have signed him, but now that he's gone, I guess I can't really do anything about that.
Yeah, if there's a situation where like someone gets injured or something like that, honestly, I think DaCosta is going to be my first option at the moment. At least for this season. If someone were to
Yeah.
get injured again, like last season,
DaCosta's gonna
Not-
pull like a Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, not
It was
not,
to bring
not
you
that
guys
he's a
back
great
to
driver or
over the-
anything. It's just somebody you'd want in the car because you know he can at least deliver not a last place finish if he's not getting caught up and eating
he's kind of
everybody
like a
else's
midfield
prep.
driver. He's usually
Yeah.
midfield.
He's like a Michael McDowell.
Yeah.
I actually tried to talk to him about the whole situation, but he just.
Yeah, I did too. He actually never got back to me. Well, yeah, he did, but he never got back to me.
Yeah, I told him that it was a pleasure, and we talked for a good hour, I think.
Well, I feel honored.
All right, let's move on to the next thing. I'm just gonna make up this on the spot. Going into North Wilkesboro, NORA has has given all all the advanced auto parts series drivers armor before going into North Wilkesboro, knowing what was gonna happen. Oh God,
They're gonna.
They are now
have,
driving
like,
tanks.
yeah.
Armored
They gave him
tanks.
potion of strength.
They started
And a
giving
diamond
away
sword.
weapons.
They gave him potion of strength too.
I just said that. Thank you, Skylar.
Every time they hit the wall, a regeneration potion is thrown at them.
Anyway,
They started giving him guns.
Eden Duffy, something that she wasn't able to do last season, actually stayed out of eating everybody else's crap, and now she's up to third in the points. I never thought I'd ever say those words in my entire life, but yeah.
I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Minye? Oh, yeah, I'm not even
Meenan?
gonna attempt.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say M. I'm just gonna say M. So M ended up taking up the win at North Wilkesboro. I believe it was like a 3-car dash for the win between him, Hunter, and then some. I don't even. I think it was a lap car. At that point, just put him in the race. Just
All
take
right.
away the lap.
Speech lessons with
Doing-
Tyler. Brian, say me,
I don't know.
meanin, meanin. It's that
Meenan.
simple. Even I can say it.
Menon.
Menin. Does anybody want to talk about Brandon Beal?
He made it to the
and his-
points lead.
What did you just say?
Random, I wanna-
Yeah, I
random one of my
didn't
drivers
really
gotta
get you
shit
there.
on. Me waiting for my driver to get crapped on.
And he's deafened. Yep.
Andy Devin.
No, so with that win at North Wilkesboro, that propels Austin Mean into the points lead.
Yeah, and
Pretty good start.
last week you guys were talking good about Zachary Wade. Last 2 races he wasn't really doing too great, but I'm actually surprised he's still able to hold on to second in the points. I mean, at first I wasn't really expecting big things out of him, saying the first 2 races was really just a whole bunch of luck for him. But now that I come to think about it, he can be a contender if he is able to get 2 crappy runs and hold on to second. Just for the fact of it being a wreck fest every race, it's really just a survival 500 every race.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, and he is
Xfinity
one of
races,
only 5
Ex-
drivers who have not finished outside of the top 20.
like Xfinity races, like you have to pray you don't get wrecked or flipped or something.
It's not
Skylar,
the
didn't you?
selection down
I think
there.
you had your fair share of that last season, didn't you?
Yeah. I think I flipped once or twice.
Or maybe even 3
Hayden
times.
flipped a lot too. I remember, was it Teague that flipped Caden at Charlotte?
I don't know.
I know the teammates got into a lot of clashes last year too. It's always my teammates, like my drivers.
I barely even watched last season's apps races.
Griffin,
It's
you know
like
what?
the
Next
very
season,
end.
I'll make Ferrari liveries for your car. How about that?
Oh
We're gonna bring Ferrari into here now.
No,
What
no,
is
not
it?
not not
Are
the
you
manufacturer,
BMW?
just like F1 themed Ferraris, because they always wreck each other.
If
Good
we're bringing
area.
Ferraris, we may as well start bringing in Teslas.
Oh wait, isn't that happening
Why
next
would you
season
take
anyway?
an ICR mod? You get like all this stuff.
Still
If we-
debate. I don't know if we're moving to ICR yet.
I mean, you might
No,
as
but
well.
like,
We're
I
excelling
like
as
what
a
we
hear me
league.
out, hear me
got.
out.
I like what
Alright,
we
guys,
got.
hear me out.
Like,
Hear
I
me out.
like the mod too.
Hear me out. Okay, so considering that the ICR mod is the mix between the Xfinity IRL and the Trucks IRL, they're bulky and
They're chunky.
stuff like that. They're longer. Yeah, they're chunky. All right, yeah,
Chunk.
like the IRL Xfinity cars. If we do bring Teslas, if we do bring Ferraris, we should resort to that because you have all those manufacturers that you can use.
And you won't
And-
have Ford running away with it every season. Not saying that I have a problem with it, saying that my team and my entire group is Ford's itself, but
And then for Brian, I mean, if you wanted to change the mod for NR, obviously this is just ideas. You
Well,
have
yeah, we did some testing at Auto Club
yeah,
with
but
the
hold on,
ICR.
hold on. Okay, so
oh yeah, but that'll be saved for season 69 though.
okay, so
Season
so you
60
do.
Really?
No, I don't think we're gonna
Yeah,
last that
Skylar.
long.
Yeah, we'll last that long. We will.
That's cap.
We
Okay,
will.
anyways,
Honestly,
can
if
I
we
finish
continue
off?
this league,
It'll
we
be
will.
it'll be at the point where David will be in his 40s and he's the one who's owning the league.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in NASCAR.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, you
anyways.
won't, Griffin.
That's the
My God.
fuck
All right, can I like talk?
You'll
So,
be lucky
Okay,
to get a
we're-
ride from
I
Joe
wanna
Nemechek.
proceed to
Can I
cut
talk
that
for 5
part of the
seconds?
podcast, and then
I mean,
like
I don't know,
20 years
John.
later-
Can you ask nicely?
Well, you guys kind of interrupted me. Anyways, so Brian, and then if Tyler ends up using the ICR mod, because they're like IRL Xfinity cars, you can use the next gen 6B4, whatever it's called. I mean, it's an idea, but
Here's
it's,
my idea.
next
Here is my
gens.
idea. All right. I say David Dixon should take over.
well,
Brian
it's
leaves
not
the
his
league.
It's
John
Brian's
leaves the league.
Yeah, I think you
And
should.
David
leave
makes
for
mini stocks as a Cup Series. Who's all with me?
nobody.
No,
Eh,
no one. Nobody.
I do have God as my bio. I can't leave.
cookie.
So I guess we
dude,
move
Brian,
up to
you
top
have
at
to
this point.
take over 2 leagues, bro. You have to take over
Oh
2
yeah.
leagues.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
yeah,
His
I-
bio's God. He owns all the leagues.
He owns NASCAR too. Fuck those
He owns the pro.
Brian, can you do us a favor and suspend Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, and
Can
who
Brian do
else?
us a favor and
Well,
suspend
technically,
Kevin Harvick.
NASCAR isn't
Bubba
a
Wallace.
league; it's an association. I mean,
Bruh.
Okay, back on topic. Let's talk about Brandon Beal. Now, this
Oh,
man is the absolute GOAT.
Yeah, that's
I
cap.
love him. No homo.
Oh, Brandon
Full
Bill
homo.
is good.
Yeah.
It's just been unpredictable so far.
Today's
On the Cup hot list.
Unpredictable. I think he's anything but unpredictable. Look at Nashville. He got taken out by Connor DaCosta. Look at Phoenix. I think he wrecked at least, I don't know, every wreck that race. And
He still
North
got fifth
Wilkes-Barre
or
tried
something.
taking it 4 wide off
He
a
got
4 and ended
fifth.
up going into the inside wall.
When are we gonna transition to Cup?
I don't know. Whenever we decided to stop talking about David Dixon taking over, Brian having a bio as God, and Brendan Beal flying through the
All
air.
right, on to the Cup Series. Let's talk about the Nashville race. Jordan Powell starting on the pole, ending up dominating the race and taking
Okay,
the
okay.
win.
how about we talk about Skylar Smith like starting on pole and
We don't care about
taking the
that.
win?
We do not care about that.
You don't care
No.
about
We will come to that.
you
We'll
don't
come
care
to
about
that.
fucking series
We
about
don't see that on a topic
Yeah, just do it
anywhere.
race by race. Race by
Oh,
race.
God.
Yeah,
We'll
wait,
come
hang
to
on.
it.
I'm looking at the topic list right now. I see he's nothing
Let's-
about Skylar Smithwick. Let me look at
let's
last
go
week's.
race by race.
Nothing about
Okay,
Skylar
okay.
Smithwick. Uh-oh, somebody's streaming.
Okay, hold on.
John, what are you doing?
Let's go race by race though. Let's go race by race. So yes,
Okay.
continuing what David said, Powell ended up dominating the national race. It was basically Powell all three in regards the whole race. We had a couple interesting runs that day, and just if Powell can continue this at the
Why is there an
mountain,
echo?
and he's gonna be a threat.
It might
Yeah,
be
there's a
me.
massive echo.
Hello?
I don't know what it is.
You have to mute.
literally my
You have to mute. John's stream. Never mind, he muted himself. Nope, you have to mute his stream. John, you can unmute yourself. We just have to mute your stream.
Okay. I didn't know there was. Anyways, Skylar Smithwick takes the Pretty Bee pole award at North Wilkesboro. Skylar Smithwick wins after starting on pole at North Wilkesboro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dominated that race. So and it was only one major incident in that race too, taking out Nathan Orman at the beginning, David Dixon. I forgot who the other drivers were involved, but again, first rookie to win on the season. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. And they come into these next two races. They're both Richmond, and it's gonna be big for him, obviously, and Jordan Strunk. I believe those three are gonna be like the big three at the short tracks after what we saw at North Wilkesboro, but you never know at this point.
I was about to say, speaking of Richmond, what are our picks to win at Richmond?
Me and
I got
Reese.
Strunk.
I mean,
I don't see him losing to the
boy.
rookie again.
What are we talking about? I was AFK for
Boy.
a second.
Has one.
Drunk.
Still win the doubleheader at Richmond.
Oh, there's a doubleheader at Richmond? Oh, yeah, because Monza
Number
is
6.
Good
a
job,
fun
Monza.
place.
Yeah, keep up.
Honestly, I might have to pull for Skylar Smith. No. I'm honestly gonna pull for Michael Lounsbury here. He's been dominant all season.
Biased.
Running that unsponsored car too. Yeah,
That's very
I
true.
think he's my favorite to win
Are we
both
still on the
races.
stream
Actually,
or are we on
dominate,
top?
lead every single lap this weekend.
We're on
I'm
top.
calling it.
But you
You
know,
I
say
actually
that, but then out of his previous 4 races, he's only finished inside the top 20 once, and that was at Daytona, which is a super speedway.
Well, then how is he like 12th in the points?
He's 18th.
Oh, that's still pretty
Oh.
impressive. What do you guys think?
Yo,
all
I
right.
will say this. I mean, your boy
Keep
has
up,
won
mate.
at Richmond before. It was the first season. Remember, Brian? Race number 6. It was at
Oh, yeah,
Richmond.
yeah,
I
that
won
shit,
that.
Darren did win that.
I did.
My actual pick though is Harley Stoner. He won last year, and he finished
Mhm.
in the top 10 in North Wilkesboro. So I got Harley. I got my money on Harley in this race.
My pick is your pick, Brian.
Hey,
I'm going Strunk and Stoner.
David.
But
I'm
your
going
reason,
with-
though.
I am tossing up, actually, personally myself. I am looking maybe at Bradley Keller in the 21 car. He finished 3rd at North Wilkesboro, and he's got a decent car. He could take anything home
I
at
mean,
this point.
honestly,
David,
I
also
uh,
like-
about Bradley Keller, I'll talk to you that after the podcast.
Dude, Bradley Keller is starting to become that. I feel like after this race, he's gonna start gaining confidence to be that kind of driver every team wants. Following the steps of like Powell in his prime. Powell was
Dixon,
just
what
super
are-
consistent
sorry, I cut
every
you off there.
race. So it's kind of like Bradley's starting to become that role player driver. That's kind of not as good as the best drivers. He's definitely going to be solid every week, maybe top 15 every week. Especially at the short tracks, as he was not on pace with Strunk and Smithwick, but he was just right behind him. So if there's ever a problem with Strunk and Smithwick, I think Keller's gonna just be right there to take the advantage.
He will probably get a lot of points, in my opinion.
I will say, I don't, Dixon, do you know the points right now after the last, standings we have are from race 4?
Hey, we also got the finishes, like all the finishes marked down.
The last standings from
Can I make my prediction yet or no?
Because, I
Just
mean,
the cut
honestly,
point.
though, right now, again, from race 4 at least, my driver Sketchy Reigns up front. So, I mean,
Hey man, I'd be worried if I were you. That man is a free
Guys, I
agent
got
this season.
breaking
He's
news.
the
This is
highest
just,
overall.
I
Yeah,
just
I'm
got breaking news.
making sure to sign him.
Yeah.
What's the
Griffin's Griffin's great grandma said that she would like to make a start in the 66 this season in Xfinity.
She's dead.
Oh no.
She's
Oh,
dead.
she's dead. Oh no.
Dude, I'm telling you, by like season
Fucking
20, we're gonna
asshole.
have Griffin's entire family tree in the league.
You know what we should just name it the Len Cup series.
We have Griffin Lynn, we have Benny Lynn, we have Caden Lynn. Like, who's next?
A Colt.
Either way, yeah, Sketchy's a big He's gonna be a very big free agent this season. So, and I know there's gonna be a lot of
Darren,
teams
you're
in
not
talks with
re-signing him?
What? Sketchy?
Yeah.
Probably gonna try to,
I
but
plan on it already.
it's just that here's
That's
the thing,
until I pay
Darren.
him $350 million more to come join me.
Here's the thing. On my prediction, I don't think Sketchy's gonna re-sign with DSR because just the struggle around the team in general. Shiny Cord's washed and he's retiring. Benjamin has not fulfilled any potential. Darren is coming back off of a pretty okay season, good season last season. His 3 starts, but before that, pretty trash. I mean, when you're a driver, you want to win like the manufacturers and also the team championship, especially when you're a 4-car team. You know, it's your job, and he's 3 top 10s in a row ever since Daytona, and Daytona was a top 15.
And honestly, just looking at these points right now, I'm gonna be honest. During this, I've thought about possibly going down to like a 3-car, like a 2-car team.
I mean, like, honestly, where else does Sketchy Rain have to go other than ILT Motorsports? I mean, like, first of all, so much better than Darren Stapp's Racing, entire team combined. We're unsponsored, but we still have billions of dollars, from Russia.
I'm gonna take him.
Okay, Joe Biden. Okay, Joe Biden.
Seems legit.
I mean, honestly, I feel like he can get paid so much more at ILT Motorsports, and we don't even have any sponsors.
You say Russia, does that make your car a ladder?
Does that make him Joe Biden? Does that make him Joe Biden?
Let's not bring any of that.
It likes to stutter a lot, so
Alright,
yeah.
Okay, let's not get politics into this.
Alright,
But
so let's
Yeah, don't
let's
even
not-
get me
I
started
don't-
on that. That's a good
I don't-
idea, David.
I don't want YouTube to completely destroy this channel.
Alright,
I mean,
so
I
let's
wouldn't
just-
mind.
Just
I'm
move on here. So,
I
we
still
move on
haven't
to
made
the
my
next
fucking
topic.
We're
Yeah.
gonna have to start streaming on Twitch.
So, the next topic.
Ugh.
is
I
gonna
can
be,
stream on Twitch.
Bro, I still haven't made my pick yet.
Next
Okay,
topic
you
is
put your
gonna
what
be
in,
about
huh?
Toyota struggles. Next topic is going to be on Toyota struggles. Obviously, if we go to the points, Joe Gibbs Racing, besides like Marquez Corbin and the potential of David Dixon, just pretty trash. Like
Somebody
Tyler
Curley's
Hurley,
not
disagree.
finished yet.
Ford
Tyler
Jeff,
Curley does
Logan
not have one
Guthrie.
finish in the top 30. At Daytona.
I don't think he's gonna.
Yeah, at the moment we've got Marquez Corbin sitting 4th in points, but then the next Toyota in the standings is back in 9 teams, and that's Jordan Fixon.
And mind you, right now I'm looking at this. The last 3 cars in the points are all Joe Gibbs Racing cars.
I know.
And then we just mentioned their
and then we
Xfinity
got a-
team, and they're second in points.
And then we got Mercedes down at the very bottom with Tyler.
Yes, sir.
And actually,
no,
one driver I do want to point out having a really rough season, coming off of 5 wins in season 5, Ethan Shapiro
Tyler
down
Astronaut now.
36th in points.
What now?
Oh yeah, he has just struggled. I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, when you I knew it was something with Ethan Shapiro with last season that I always mentioned was the problem with him, and it was always with consistency. Yeah, he may have gotten the wins here and there, but it's just the consistency was never there with Ethan. And now it's showing this season that he was just not able to move the wins. Now without the wins, now you're seeing how he's performing without consistency, and that's just how he's performing right now. He's not even finished the race in the top 15. It's been a horrific season for ECR. And Ella Alasaki's not been. I mean, Ella has been all right, but nothing crazy. Bradley's just been like the high note of that team, and Bradley I believe is gonna be a free agent leaving this season. I could see him leaving. I could see him leaving.
Another
Okay,
Even
hold
though
on.
he's not
I was
necessarily
looking
a
through the
high
spreadsheet,
overall,
Brian.
but
I've only made one playoff appearance.
yep.
Really?
one person I'd like to
Yeah.
mention is Steven Paulo from doing pretty, in my opinion, decent in Cup to not even being anywhere in Xfinity. Like, is he really fallen off that much, or I don't know.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he
You're
has
saying
the
he's
same
not
problem.
anywhere in the Advanced Auto Parts Series. He's sitting ninth in points, and he finished third at North Wilkes-Barre. So
The
Well,
thing
I
about
don't pay
Paulo-
attention to that kind of stuff because I'm used to seeing him getting wrecked all the time.
The thing about Steven is that he has the same problem that Ethan has, but just way less on the wins. Like he could have broke the record on the wins a long time ago. It shouldn't have took him this many seasons to even get to that point. But the thing about him is that like he usually would get a win, but it would always be like some dumb shit that always happened. Somehow, some way he would get a win. I don't even know how to explain it, but besides that, like out of all those wins he's gotten, how far has he even made it to the playoffs? Like now when you think about it, I think he has like one round of 8 appearance and then that's it. Sheesh.
Gee,
Am I a free agent?
I sure hope so.
Yes. Yes, you are.
I sure hope so.
And I am your owner.
Oh, whoa,
be
wait, no, that
good,
doesn't,
that'd be
no.
Oh, is this breaking
Griffin, you
news?
better get out of there. Come to ILT Motorsports.
Hell no.
We'll treat you like, bro. I'm kidding.
Hell no.
That's a question.
Hey,
Should
hey,
I show
hey,
Griffin
hey, Tyler,
loyalty this
Tyler,
season?
Tyler.
Hell no, hell no.
Hey Tyler, I'll go to IoT if I get the 29 car starter.
Not happening.
Okay, there's your answer.
Griffin, you make the playoffs this season, I'll resign you.
All right.
No pressure, Griffin.
Don't. No,
Not
no
like I'm
pressure.
gonna-
though.
It's not like I'm gonna hack sorry, Joe Biden moment. Brian's car files and lower your ratings or anything. Also, Brian, if you wake up in the morning, it says there's 38 viruses on your computer. Don't worry about it. That was just me going through there.
The Chromebook,
The Chromebook, the DDoSing Chromebook.
the Chromebook.
Michael Rossman and the DDoSing
The
Chromebook.
Chromebook that runs iRacing runs NR 2003.
The
Bruh.
professional Chromebook.
Another driver that's really struggled in the Cup Series has to be Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he was in the round. Like he made the round of 8 season 4, round of 8 season 5, and then now he's outside the top 30 in points. He just came off a 10th place finish. Wait, that's not even him.
Fourth.
Never mind. Oh, yeah, he came off a
Nashville.
4th place finish at Nashville.
But then he's
Right.
dropped 10 spots in points since then with the 36th at North Wilkes-Barre.
Caden struggled. Literally, he was happy in North Wilkesboro because he didn't get crash damage for the first time the whole season.
That's Griffin. You've been getting fucked over at the beginning of these races. North Wilkesboro, you got wrecked at the beginning. Nashville, you got wrecked at the beginning.
I feel more bad for Caden though, cause yeah.
Because he sucked last season, he sucked this season. Nothing against Caden at all. I like him, but like Griffin, I don't like. I'm kidding.
Just touched
Yeah,
on.
no, he wasn't. He was there. He could have made the playoffs last season, but he choked the last 2 races.
Yeah, he fell apart at the end.
What? Same thing with Paulo and Shapiro. Consistency
is-
wasn't there. Not even the wins either. But now up to Cup, Griffin. I don't know if that was the wisest decision on your part, moving up to Cup after missing
Daddy's
the cut
money.
last season.
Daddy's money.
Well, wait, was my move a wise decision from Xfinity to Cup?
I mean, like,
Man, you gotta win. You're sitting on a win right now.
wait, no. What do you mean? He's like sitting like 40th in points, hasn't even like finished a race yet. Like, I don't think that was a wise decision at all.
That's
Come
the
to ILT
JTR car.
Motorsports. You get a ride at ILT Motorsports. You get a ride at You all get a ride.
The first
Nice.
ever
Okay,
20 car
I just
team.
want to say,
Okay,
does-
but
Simplified reference.
is
you watch
Is
Brian
John
not
Reese in here?
re-sign Griffin, and then Griffin gets a forced charter from the DSR team.
Yes.
You know, we're finally putting silly season in the right way. David,
And then
thank
what
you.
happens is Griffin signs himself.
Oh, I'm not signing myself. Daddy's money's gonna put Benny up in cup.
I vote I vote David Dixon, 2021.
Griffin,
David
come on, man,
or
come and
Dixon
start.
21 for NORA owner, and to remove God from Brian's bio.
God.
Okay,
Mention
maybe
when
not.
I just shut down my
God.
Xfinity
I
program
love how
because
Brian
that's
just
how-
has that. We've all changed our status, and Brian's just always been God.
Exactly.
And then there's me, it's just invisible right now. But I can change that.
Yeah,
He's just
I
afraid
wanna
the
say,
Russian
though, I
government's
wanna-
gonna find him, so he's appearing offline.
I might just end up shutting down my Xfinity program eventually, just so because I don't even need it because I already have a stacked field, and Daddy's money's not gonna be able to get rid of 2 cars. So
Well, Daddy's Money's
But-
gonna have 26 Cup cars by season 10, and all of them's gonna have the last name of Lynn.
the first ever 80 car cup team. They have to expand the cup field.
Expand the cup
Instead of
to 80,
40 cars,
and
there'll be
you have 80.
66, and
That makes
half of
sense.
them's gonna have
So-
we
the
have
Lynn.
Brian Lynn, and then we got Tyler Lynn.
We got Mom
we got
Lynn, we got
David.
Dad Lynn, we got Grandma Lynn, Grandpa Lynn, Uncle Lynn, Aunt Lynn, Cousin Lynn, Other Cousin Lynn, Other Cousin Lynn, Benny
great
Lynn,
uncle.
Caden Lynn, Griffin
Step
Lynn,
Lynn. Step Lynn just went
Little
into the
Lynn,
wall.
great grandson Lynn, great granddaughter Lynn,
Pat Lynn.
second cousin Lynn, other second cousin Lynn, ninth cousin Lynn,
Step Lynn. Step Lynn.
Christmas
What is
tree
this
Lynn.
podcast turned to?
I
Welcome
don't
to
know.
NORA, David.
We're just talking about Griffin's
conversation
extremely
item.
unnecessarily large family tree, and why they all should be in the
Conversation
sport.
Well, I'm buying Ben. Getting North Cade in the go kart.
Yo, IRL
Daddy's
racing, though, who do you think's
cash.
gonna win the 500? Who do you think's gonna actually win the IRL 500?
Your mom.
DJ McCall.
Denny Hamlin.
Got him.
Denny Hamlin 3 in a row, that would be awesome.
I mean,
That
after
would be
signing
cool,
Bubba
but,
Wallace,
I
that
mean,
wouldn't be
I
so
don't-
awesome, to be honest with you. I just don't like Bubba.
I think he has potential. He's just not had the right ride.
It's just the only thing is like
Yeah,
Richard
And then this
Petty.
season,
Like
no excuses. He's got the backing of Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin.
exactly, and I feel like he's
as
been
well as
in.
Joe Gibbs.
I'm honestly
I feel like he's
surprised,
been
though,
in
that they
half
have
decent
that
rides
really
before,
nice-
just couldn't do anything with them. Like you take Kyle Busch Motorsports in the trucks, for example, didn't really do anything there. Roush and Xfinity didn't do anything there. Petty, I'll give him that. Wasn't that great of a ride, but he still didn't really do anything there. Best finish is second, and those were both at plate races, I'm pretty sure.
Come on, guys. Timmy Hill is gonna win the 500.
Yeah, let's all be honest.
Oh, you already know.
wish.
You already know.
No.
Oh, hey,
guys, you know who's gonna win this
Griffin, do you
500?
have...
Christmas tree
Yeah,
Lynn.
actually, you know
That's
who's
who
gonna
will
win the 500? You know how Timmy Hill's gonna win the 500 through iRacing.
Bubba Wallace is going to get Newman for the win. I'm
Yeah.
calling it right here.
Tyler, just regarding the results of Bubba in the 54 truck, you say he didn't do much. He managed to get 3 wins in 2014 driving that truck, as well as the 34 at Martinsville.
Well, yeah, well, that's 3 wins in the truck series. Do you
In
know
the
how
same season.
75% of the field in the truck series are either older trucks or a whole bunch of people who got rejected in the Cup series?
You also have to consider that at that time there was like multiple cup drivers going down there consistently, like Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
True
So you
that,
can't really
but
blame
like
them.
then he got up to Xfinity and Cup, where in the era where there were no Cup drivers competing and he couldn't do anything.
I mean, again, we're also not gonna mind the fact that technically Bubba really only got up to the Cup Series because Eric Almirola just died in the Kansas race, and he had to replace. And then Richard's like, you know what? We're putting you in the race car. And then Eric almost won the 500 and proceeded to get crashed by Dylan.
Yeah,
Well, Dylan didn't really cause the crash. Eric did admit that he caused it, but
Griffin, I do have a question for you. Do you have any word on if MBM's bringing a third car to Daytona to have Steven drive or no?
No, it's not gonna happen.
Okay. But you know that he will
Well,
run cup races this season.
Yeah, he's running road courses, Nashville. That's all I've heard. Road
And-
courses in Nashville.
And what, the 49 or what's the deal with that?
49, 49 or 13.
I mean, MBM, like the 13's always been their numbers. Like they can actually choose it this
The
season.
13's in their logo.
Exactly. Like
Well, I guess that
I bet you they wouldn't even bring the 49 to Daytona. They bring a 13 for Chad.
Probably.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'll text Steven about
I
that.
don't know why
later.
they chose 49 for the 500.
I think it's a sign
Oh.
to them.
we went over the podcast today. We went over all the topics, so I guess we can end it. I guess. We've
Okay.
been sitting for like how long? Like 30 minutes.
Talking about
34
Daytona
minutes.
500
Oh,
silly
let's give me
season and
away
all that
exclusive
bullcrap.
information. Yay.
We went from talking about NORA stats to David Dixon overruling the league to Skylar Smithwick finishing 40th every race to talking about MBM's history. So yeah,
And
that's our
talking about
podcast
Lynn's
today.
Family tree.
40th in every
Yeah,
race.
and Griffin's family tree. Can't forget about
I
that.
don't get 40th
No,
in every
hey, no, Skylar, we're not gonna talk about that. Can I mute you? Yeah, there we go. All right. Anyway.
Hang on. Actually, one thing I do want to
Seriously, though, I don't
quickly
get 40th,
talk
I don't
about
get 40th
before
in
we
every,
end
seriously,
this
though, I don't get
podcast.
40th in every race at last time I checked.
Yeah,
All right,
before
right
we
back
end this
on the
podcast,
super
there is
mute.
one more thing that I want to talk about, and that's the consistency of the top three in points currently
For which series?
in the Cup Series.
I was gonna say there is no consistency in Xfinity. It's just wrecking.
It's
And
called-
Mayo's finished every race in the top 20. In the book, 3 of those finishes are top 10s. Same
And
for
then
same
Abram
for
Britt.
Yeah, and
Kurtz,
obviously
same
Michael
for-
Lonsbury leading the entire field by 560 points.
No, he's down 45.
Yeah, yeah. Looks
Yeah,
like
so
Moscow money isn't working.
Abraham Gerrits, after a mediocre season 5, up to third in points this season. There's a lot of potential going into the Richmond doubleheader that we could see something from him. Then Las Vegas coming up in another week's time. He got a
Las
13th at
Vegas.
Nashville. He's got top 5s at both Daytona and Yas Marina, so he's good on the super speedways and the road courses already this season. This could be GPM's year for a championship title.
And they got a lot of hope in Shane White. Shane White's been pretty good.
Yeah,
Well,
Shane
here's-
White.
Top to entering this season.
And here's what I don't get: Shane White absolutely sucked in Xfinity. Meanwhile, his teammate, Mr.
the first year, the
that
first year,
Stapp
no.
person, I don't know who that is. Like made it to like the round of 8 or no, round of 12.
All right.
And Abraham shut down his Xfinity team over that because while Shane White couldn't perform, he couldn't sign anybody. Darren Stapp said, "Screw you! I'm gonna go drive for my Cup team because Daddy's cash." Like it has. I honestly, in my view, it hasn't been going right for GPM, but now it's all of a sudden going in the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of all the teams with more than one car, GPM at the moment has the highest average points per driver at 118.5.
No, obviously, you know my Cup team's done the best. Top 10s all around.
Obviously, ILT Motorsports is the best of them all combined, with an average of
Alright.
875,000 points a car, and we
You
only
mean
have
like
one
six-
car.
Ay. Well, is that over? Is that it?
I think. Does
I
anybody want to talk about
believe
Griffin's family
so.
tree one more time, or are we gonna end it?
I think
Uh,
we're good.
Okay.
I think we're
I think
good.
we're gonna end it.
I'm telling you, dude. Great Grandma Lynn wants to ride.
Good.
That'd be hilarious if Griffin actually throws his great grandma in there and she wins a race.
I don't even know her name.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
Oh, my Lord.
I think that's a sad end to the stream.
Yeah, guys. Thank you for watching. I mean, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go cry in the shower about how Griffin can't remember his grandma's name. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I mean, it's just so emotional that Griffin can't remember it.
No.
It's just I have to end this, guys.